Good morning everyone. Now we discuss animal kingdom. So with the help of diagrams you can easily understand the concepts. Without diagrams if you prepare you are unable to remember, only short memory. To develop long memory you read this chapter with the help of diagrams. First question, which of the following feature of bony fish is missing in cartilaginous fish? Means that character seen only in bony fish, absent in cartilaginous fish. So operculum, answer is operculum. Operculum cover the gill slits in bony fishes. Gill slits are not covered by operculum in cartilaginous fishes. Placoid scales, body is covered by placoid scales in cartilaginous fishes. In fishes, placoid scales modified into teeth. Poikilodermic means cold-blooded. All fishes are cold-blooded. Paired fins. You already know pelvic and pectoral fins are paired. First dorsal, second dorsal, anal and caudal fins are unpaired. All fishes having paired fins and unpaired fins. So the character not seen in cartilaginous fishes is operculum. So actually it is better to discuss the differences between cartilaginous fishes and bony fishes with the help of diagram. Now we discuss the differences. In cartilaginous fishes, mouth is ventral. Mouth is ventral. In bony fishes, mouth is terminal. Mouth is terminal. What is terminal? It is present neither dorsal nor ventral. That is terminal. In cartilaginous fishes, 5 to 7 pairs of gill slits are present. 5 to 7 pairs of gill slits are present. Gill slit is a cut-like aperture. Within the gill slit, mouth is present. Gill is present. 5 to 7 pairs of gill slits present in cartilaginous fishes. In bony fishes, 4 pairs of gill slits. Only 4 pairs. Another difference. In cartilaginous fishes, operculum is absent. Due to absence of operculum, we can visualize the gill slits. In bony fishes, operculum is present. So, due to presence of operculum, we are unable to visualize the gill slits. Caudal fin. Caudal fin is heterocercal. Heterocercal caudal fin. In cartilaginous fishes, what is heterocercal? Heterocercal caudal fin. Hetero means different. Generally, the dorsal lobe is bigger than ventral lobe. Here concept is vertebral column extend into the bigger lobe. So in heterocercal, in cartilaginous fishes, heterocercal caudal fin is present. 2 lobes. Caudal fin means fin present at the end of the tail, caudal fin. Dorsal lobe is bigger than ventral lobe. So vertebral column extend into dorsal lobe. In case of bony fishes, caudal fin is homocercal. Homocercal means the two lobes of caudal fin externally equal, internally unequal. That's why the vertebral column extend into dorsal lobe. Means dorsal lobe internally bigger than ventral lobe. In deficercal caudal fin. Deficercal caudal fin means vertebral column neither extend into dorsal nor into ventral lobe. So in bony fishes, caudal fin is either homocercal or deficercal. In cartilaginous fishes, caudal fin is heterocercal. Next point, body is covered by placoid scales. Body is covered by placoid scales in cartilaginous fishes. Placoid scale contain base and spine. It is the base, spine. Base embedded in the skin, only spine is visible. In case of bony fishes, scales are cycloid. Scales are cycloid or ctenoid or ganoid. Cycloid means the scale is circular. Scale contains several circular thickenings like our fingerprint, cycloid. Ctenoid means it also contains circular thickenings. Inner surface contain tooth-like structures present in the inner surface of scale known as ctenoid. What is ganoid? Diamond-shaped scales. Diamond-shaped scales, ganoid. If any chemicals deposited in the scale, that is known as cosmoid scale. Not depends upon the shape due to decomposition of minerals. Another type is cosmoid type of scale. Cosmoid type of scale seen in coelacanth fish. So in bony fishes, cycloid, ctenoid, ganoid type of scales. In cartilaginous fishes, placoid type of scales. Next one is air bladder. Air bladder present in bony fishes, air bladder absent in cartilaginous fishes. Absent in cartilaginous fishes. Due to absence of air bladder, they continuously swim in water in order to remain in the same depth. So due to presence of air bladder, without swimming also, the bony fish can remain in the same depth. So air bladder is a buoyancy organ, help in floating. Air bladder present in bony fishes, absent in cartilaginous fishes. Cartilaginous fish means endoskeleton is made up of cartilage. Bony fishes, endoskeleton is made up of bone. Cartilaginous fishes are marine. Some bony fishes are freshwater. Some bony fishes are marine water, live in marine water. Cartilaginous fishes excrete urea. Bony fishes excrete ammonia. That's why cartilaginous fishes are ureotelic, bony fishes are ammonotelic. Similarly, cartilaginous fishes are fertilization is internal in all fishes. Most of the cartilaginous fishes are viviparous, give birth to young ones, and bony fishes are oviparous. So in this manner, with the help of diagram, you can easily remember the concept. So next question is, which of the following is a tailed amphibian? Salamander, Ichthyophis, Rana, Hyla. Salamandra is a tailed amphibian. So amphibian having tail included in order Chordata. Chorda means tail, Chordata. Ichthyophis, included in order Apoda. A means no, Poda means limbs. Limbless amphibian, Ichthyophis. Rana, Enura, belong to order Enura. A means no, Vara means tail. Tail is absent. Hyla is a tree frog. Hyla is a tree frog. So, which of the following is a tailed amphibian? That is salamander. Next question. Anadromous fishes move from sea to freshwater, from sea to estuary, from river to sea, from estuary to sea. Anadromous, you should remember anadromous are ascending. So it is very difficult if two words are there, anadromous, catadromous. So at the time, sometimes you are in dilemma. Anadromous means ascending, migration from marine water to fresh water. From fresh water to marine water is catadromous. So it is better to remember only one. Anadromous means ascending. So from sea water to fresh water is anadromous. Catadromous, from fresh water to marine water. Anadromous migration, example, salmon, example, hilsa, example. In case of jawless fishes, anadromous migration exhibited by members of class Cyclostomata. Anadromous means you should remember ascending. Next question. Given below the chart of classification of chordata in which some groups are left as blank and written through alphabets A, B and C. What are the A, B and C? And select the correct option from the options. So phylum chordata. Phylum chordata classified into three subphyla. Urochordata, Cephalochordata, Vertebrata. So that should be Vertebrata. A. Protochordate, Vertebrata. So Vertebrata. Vertebrata classified into two superclasses, Anatha and Gnathostomata. Vertebrata, Anatha, A means no, Gnatha means jaws, jawless vertebrates. You already know Cyclostomata come under Anatha. Gnathostomata classified into superclass Pisces and Tetrapoda. Vertebrata, Anatha, Tetrapoda. Tetra means four. So they possess four limbs. That's why they are known as Tetrapoda. Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves, Mammalia. They are known as tetrapods. Pisces and Amphibia together known as Anamniotes. Anamniote means no extra embryonic membrane. Reptiles, aves and mammals together known as amniotes. Extra embryonic membrane. Amnion is one of the extra embryonic membrane. That's why reptiles, aves and mammals known as amniotes. Pisces and Amphibia together known as Ichthyopsida. So Pisces and Amphibia possess some morphological and physiological similarities. That's why these two classes together known as Ichthyopsida. Reptiles and aves, they also possess some morphological and physiological similarities. That's why these two classes together known as Sauropsida. Pisces, amphibian, reptiles are cold-blooded vertebrates. Aves and mammals are warm-blooded vertebrates. Here possible questions: cold-blooded amniotes are reptiles. Warm-blooded amniotes are aves and mammals. Similarly, tetrapod Ichthyopsida are amphibia. Tetrapod Ichthyopsids are amphibia. The group neither included in Ichthyopsida nor in Sauropsida, that is Mammalia. Next question. Lamprey does not have closed blood vascular system, fins, body scales, cranium and vertebral column. So all vertebrata, subphylum vertebrata classified into Agnatha and Gnatha stomata. Lamprey is a cyclostomata, that's why it possesses cranium, vertebral column, possesses fins, unpaired fins. So all members of Agnatha possess unpaired fins, not paired fins. Closed blood vascular system, so correct. So answer is body scales. Exoskeleton is absent. In your syllabus, exoskeleton absent in cyclostomata and in amphibia, order Enura. Order Enura, frogs, toads. Similarly, Ichthyophis, Apoda. In amphibia, body is covered by scales. Only in Apoda. Only in Apoda, sorry. Once again, body is not covered by scales. In case of cyclostomata, in amphibia, no scales in Enura and Urodila. Scales are present in Apoda. Limbless amphibian, Apoda. Example is Ichthyophis. So body scales absent in lamprey. Lamprey is the common name of Petromyzon. Petromyzon belong to class Cyclostomata. So next question. The parasitic cyclostomes are, cyclo means round, stoma means mouth. So they have round mouth. With the help of the round mouth act as a sucker. They live as parasites on fishes. Marine and non-migratory. Wrong. Freshwater form and non-migratory. Wrong. Marine and migratory to freshwater for spanning. Correct. Anadromous migration. Anadromous migration. Parasitic cyclostome. They live as parasites on fishes with the help of sucker-like round mouth. So next question. Which of the following is not a chordate character? Presence of paired pharyngeal gill slits, one of the chief chordate character. Ventral heart, chief chordate character. Naru chord. Which of the following is not a chordate character? Ventral heart is not. Ventral heart is a character. Solid and ventral nerve cord. So it is not the character. Nerve cord is present on the dorsal surface. Nerve cord is present on the dorsal surface and it is solid. But here mentioned ventral nerve cord. Presence of nerve cord is a chordate character, but nerve cord not present on the ventral surface. So in all chordates, nerve cord present on the dorsal surface. In all invertebrates, nerve cord is hollow, ganglionated, ganglia are present on the ventral surface. So presence of post-anal tail. So it is also 4 chief chordate character: pharyngeal gill slits, ventral heart, dorsal nerve cord, post-anal tail. So here mentioned ventral, that's why wrong. Next question. Electric organs occur in sharks. Coelacanth. Coelacanth is a lobe-finned fish. Neoplana. Only 3 groups of fishes have lobe-finned fishes. Osteolipids, coelacanth and dipnoi. Dipnoi means lungfishes. Osteolipids are the ancestors of amphibian. Coelacanth, osteolipids extinct. Coelacanth extant, living. Dipnoi also living. So what about low finned fishes? Paired fins, pectoral and pelvic fins are known as paired fins. They are low finned fishes means abundant amount of muscles are present, they are stout. From the paired fins of osteolepids, limbs of amphibian evolved. Low finned fishes, osteolepids, coelacanth, dipnoid. So electric organs occur in rays, some rays. Torpedo, electric ray. In torpedo, dorsal muscle modified into electric organ. It generates enough electricity to paralyze the victim. Next question. Cephalochordates bear notochord all along the body throughout the life. Correct. Statement 2. Urochordates bear vertebral column only in tail region throughout the life. So wrong. So answer is statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is wrong. So cephalochordate possess all fundamental chordate characters throughout their life. Presence of nerve cord, notochord, gill slits, post-anal tail throughout the life. That's why cephalochordates are known as typical chordates. So next question. Amphioxus belong to craniata, hemichordata, cephalochordata, cephalopoda. So it belong to Amphioxus belong to cephalochordata. Octopus belong to cephalopoda. Cephalopoda is one of the classes of phylum Mollusca. Amphioxus belong to, it is a protochordate. Cranium is absent. Subphylum Vertebrata also known as craniata. Hemichordata. Hemichordata is a invertebrate phylum. Balanoglossus belong to hemichordata. So answer is cephalochordata. Amphioxus belong to cephalochordata. Flame cells. Protonephridia with flame cells perform excretion in Amphioxus. Next question. In frog, for the digestion of food, walls of the stomach secrete pepsin and renin. So stomach actually renin in only mammals. So that is not correct. Next one, amylase and trypsin. So trypsin, amylase only in the small intestine, not in the stomach of any animal. So wrong. HCl amylase wrong. So answer is HCl and pepsin. HCl and pepsin. Next question. Dicondyle skull with 10 pairs of cranial nerves occur in. What is dicondyle? Di means 2. Posterior part of the skull contain 2 knob-like structures known as occipital condyles. If 2 occipital condyles are present, such animals can rotate head 180 degrees. So dicondyle skull present in amphibia mammals only. In Pisces, reptiles, aves, only monocondyle skull. 1 occipital condyle is present. If 1 occipital condyle is present, known as monocondylic skull. Monocondylic skull. Monocondylic skull in Pisces, reptiles and aves. So dicondylic skull with 10 pairs of cranial nerves. So amphibia. Pisces also 10 pairs, monocondyle. Cyclostomes. So what about cyclostome? Cyclostome is a petromyzon. So here also skull is not dicondyle. Lancelet means cephalochordata. So that's why answer is amphibia. So next question is Match the name of the animal with one character, column 2, or scientific name. So you should identify the correct matching. Flying fish, bony endoskeleton, Carcharodon. Flying fish is Exocetus. The Exocetus. So Carcharodon given. Great white shark. So that's why wrong. Flying fish, bony endoskeleton, correct. Scientific name is wrong. Scientific name is Exocetus. Fighting fish, persistent notochord, betta. In fighting fish, notochord is not present throughout the lifespan. Notochord present throughout the lifespan in cartilaginous fishes, not bony fishes. Betta is scientific name is correct. Why it is known as fighting fish? If we keep two betta in the aquaria, they fight till one betta dies. That's why it is known as fighting fish. No one keep two betta in same aquarium. Great white shark. Great white shark. Placoid scales, correct. Trigon, wrong. Great white shark is Carcharodon. Angel fish. Ctenoid scales, Pterophyllum. So answer is fourth one. Pterophyllum, angel fish. And Pterophyllum belong to Osteichthyes. In Osteichthyes means bony fish. In bony fish, scales are ctenoid, cycloid or ganoid type of scales. So answer is fourth. So next question. Deuterostome and enterocoelomate invertebrate is Phyla, Aphrodite, Ascaris, Asterias. In invertebrate, Hemichordata, Echinodermata are deuterostomes. Chordata, that is also deuterostome. In invertebrates, only two phyla in your syllabus: Echinodermata, Hemichordata. What is deuterostome? Deutero means secondary, stoma means mouth. Deuterostome. In gastrula stage, it is the gastrula, early gastrula stage. Outer ectoderm, inner endoderm. Endoderm encircle a cavity, archentron. Archentron opens out through an aperture known as blastopore. Blastopore. Blastopore develops into anus known as deuterostome. Or opposite to first opening is blastopore. First opening develops into anus. That means second opening develops into mouth. Deutero means secondary. Two definition. If blastopore develops into anus known as deuterostome, or second opening develops into mouth known as deuterostome. In this manner, archentron develops into developing gut, alimentary canal. Enterocoelom. Coelom formed from the archenteron. Enterocoelom. So that phylum is Echinodermata, Hemichordata. Asterias belong to phylum Echinodermata. That's why answer is 4. So next question. Eye of which molluscan group resemble vertebrate eye? Freshwater mussel, snail, tusk shell, squid. So that is squid. Squids belong to Cephalopoda. Cephalopoda. In class Cephalopoda, eyes are well developed, comparable to eyes of higher vertebrates. Squids belong to Cephalopoda. Another point, squids also exhibit bioluminescence, emission of light by living organism known as bioluminescence. So next question, which is not characteristic of all vertebrates? Dorsal nerve cord, correct. Paired limbs, correct. Coelom. Chambered heart. So heart is chambered, you already know. Paired limbs, correct. Dorsal nerve cord, correct. So coelom. Which is not characteristic of all vertebrates. Coelom is absent in some animals. Dorsal nerve cord. Paired limbs. Coelom. Chambered heart. Paired limbs. Paired limbs absent in In case of birds also, 4 hind limbs. Similarly, snakes. In snakes, limbs are absent. So it is better to. So here correct answer is which is not characteristic of all vertebrates, paired limbs, not coelom. Coelom present in all animals, either enterocoelom or schizocoelom. Paired limbs not seen in all vertebrates. Example, snakes. In snakes, no limbs. Scoliodon is called as dogfish because power of smell like dog. So olfactory lobes are well developed in dogfish. That's why it got the name dogfish, power of smell. Next question. A frog has hands but no fingers, wrong. Ears but no pinnae, correct. No, only tympanum, internal ear. Internal ear also ear, middle ear also ear. In higher organisms, external ear, middle ear, internal ear. So frog has ear but no pinnae absent. Eyes but no lids, wrong. Upper eyelid, lower eyelid, nictitating membrane, third eyelid also present. Jaws but no teeth, wrong. In frog, teeth present in upper jaw, teeth absent in lower jaw in frog. In toad, teeth are totally absent. Answer is second. Match the following. Tarnaria larva, Balanoglossus, means A5. Bipinnaria larva, starfish, B1. So, first option. Tadpole larva, seen in tadpole larva, Herdmania. Herdmania is a Assyrian tadpole larva. Herdmania belong to subphylum Urochordata. Trochophore larva, Chiton. Chiton is a molluscan. That is a Scapopoda, belong to class Scapopoda, Dentalium. So Chiton, commonly known as Chiton. Auricularia larva, sea cucumber. So E is 4. So first option. Tarnaria larva seen in members of Hemichordata. Bipinnaria larva in starfish, class Asteroidea. Tadpole larva, Assyrian tadpole larva seen in Urochordata. Auricularia larva seen in sea cucumbers, Holothuriidea, class Holothuriidea. The most ancient vertebrates are, so ancient, primitive, Ostrodons, Placodon, Cyclostome, Chondrichthyes. Ostrodon, Ostra means bone, dermi means skin. Aenata classified into 2 classes, Ostrodermy and Cyclostomes. Ostrodermy extinct and cyclostomes are extant. Extant means living. Anamniota includes, A means no amnion, fishes and amphibia. We already discussed amniotes, extraembryonic membrane, chorion, amnion, yolk sac, allantois are known as extraembryonic membranes. Extraembryonic membranes are present in reptiles, aves and mammals, so they are known as amniotes. Fishes and amphibians are anamniotes. Aristotle lantiron and 2 feet occur in. So Aristotle lantiron is a 5-jawed masticating organ present in the buccal cavity of sea urchin. Present in the sea urchin. Absent in heart urchin. 2 feet help in locomotion, respiration. So that is sea urchin. Asterias means a starfish. So absent in starfish. Brittle star also. Gorgonocephalus, brittle star. Basket star absent. In feather stars also absent. Answer is sea urchin. It is a masticatory organ, 5-jawed. First time observed by Aristotle and resemble like a Greek ship, Lantiron. That's why it got the name Aristotle Lantiron. Which is true? Chordates have ventral hollow nerve cord. So wrong. All vertebrates have open circulatory system. Wrong. Open circulatory system seen only in Urochordata. All chordates have closed. All chordates are vertebrates. Wrong. Urochordata, cephalochordata are not vertebrates. All vertebrates are chordates. Correct. All chordates are vertebrates. Wrong. So answer is all vertebrates are chordates. Notochord occur in the embryonic stage in some chordates, no chordates, all chordates, some vertebrates. Notochord occur in the embryonic stage in some chordates. Some chordate, that is in Urochordata. Which one has heterocercal caudal fin and ventral mouth? We already discussed heterocercal caudal fin, characteristic feature of cartilaginous fishes. Mouth also ventral in cartilaginous fishes. So answer is cartilaginous fishes. Which of the statement is false? Larvae are bilaterally symmetrical in deuterostomes. So not all deuterostomes. Larvae are bilaterally symmetrical in echinodermata only. Adult exhibit bilateral symmetry, larval forms exhibit bilateral symmetry, adult exhibit radial symmetry. But here mentioned larvae are bilaterally symmetrical in deuterostomes, means it is not applicable to all deuterostomes. Wrong. Mantle epithelium secretes shell in mollusca. So correct. So it is the wrong. Echinoderms are protostomes, coelomates. It is also wrong. Larvae are bilaterally symmetrical. Okay, larvae are bilaterally symmetrical in deuterostomes. In echinodermata also larvae are bilaterally symmetrical. Here not mentioned adult. So that's why first statement correct only. Deuterostomes means echinodermata, hemichordata, chordata. In echinodermata, larval forms are bilaterally symmetrical, adult radially symmetrical. Here statement is larvae are bilaterally symmetrical in deuterostomes, correct only. Mantle epithelium secretes shell in mollusca, correct. Echinoderms are protostomes, wrong. So false statement. So in such questions, first you underline false or incorrect. Later you go through. Human teeth are comparable to scales of shark. Correct. Why? Scales of shark are nothing but modified placoid scale. So scales of shark, placoid scales. In fishes, placoid scales are modified into teeth in all fishes. So that is correct. Wrong is echinoderms are protostome. Echinoderms are deuterostomes. Aspergillium is meant for excretion, defense, selection and rejection of food, grinding of food. Selection and rejection of food and test the purity of water. Aspergillia present in members of bivalvia and pelecypoda. Bivalvia means pila. Pelecypoda. So Peroloister, Pinctada. So contain special type of sense organ. So selection and rejection of food and test the purity of water. Next question. Which one is incorrect? Devilfish, cyclostomes. So wrong. Devilfish is not a cyclostome. It is a devilfish is a mollusca, that is octopus. Wrong. Sawfish, that is a fish. Fish belong to class Pisces, correct. Cuttlefish, so that belong to mollusca. Nautili, cuttlefish. So cuttlefish, sepia, cuttlefish belong to mollusca. Starfish, echinodermata, correct. Asterias. So here incorrect statement. Devilfish, cyclostomata, wrong. Devilfish is a molluscan. Class is cephalopoda. Neoteny refer to development of gonads, pre-adult animals, metamorphosis, retention of larva or embryonic trait character in the adult body. So neoteny or pedogenesis. So correct, retention of larval or embryonic character in the adult is known as neoteny. So retention of larva or embryonic character in the adult body, neoteny. Match the following: echinoderm, lamprey, salamander, rayfish, gorgonocephalus. So gorgonocephalus is a echinoderm, gorgonocephalus. Next one, jawless vertebrates, lamprey, B1. Next, sea amphibian, salamander, cartilaginous fishes, ray fishes, lungfish, protopterus. So third option, echinoderm, gorgonocephalus. Gorgonocephalus means basket star. Next question, pelagic tunicate which exhibit bioluminescence. Pelagic, float in water. Tunicate, pyrosoma. Strongest cold light, abundant amount of cold light emitted by pyrosoma. When compared to any animal, strongest light emitted by pyrosoma. So pyrosoma, the remaining, so salpa also Asidian, but strongest cold light emitted by pyrosoma. A frog lives in water or near water because it can get its food easily in water. Its hind limbs are webbed and help in swimming. It can see through its transparent eyelids while swimming. It respires through the skin. So it respires through the skin. That's why lives in water or near the water. And it also absorb the water. Frog never drink water. Water enter into the body through skin. So answer is fourth. Statement 1. In fishes, heart is venous. Correct. Why heart is venous? If the heart contains only deoxygenated blood, heart is known as venous heart. Only veins are present in the heart of fishes. Wrong. So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 is incorrect. Venous heart. If the heart contains only deoxygenated blood, known as venous heart. Identify the correct statement. Dogfish is a bilaterally symmetrical animal covered with placoid scales. Dogfish is a Scoliodon, scientific name. Bilaterally symmetrical. Fishes are bilaterally symmetrical, covered with placoid scales. Correct. Sawfish is a bilaterally symmetrical animal with ctenoid scales. Wrong. Why sawfish? Pristis, also cartilage, not ctenoid, only placoid. Silverfish is a radially symmetrical. Silverfish is a lepisma. It is a arthropodon, radially symmetrical. Wrong. Ganoid scales also wrong. It is not a true fish. Angelfish is a radially symmetrical animal. Wrong. That's why answer is first one. Dogfish is a bilaterally symmetrical animal covered with placoid scales. Next question. Select the correct order of classification of Rana tigrina up to the genus. Rana tigrina, scientific name of bullfrog, belong to phylum Chordata. subphylum Vertebrata. Phylum Chordata, subphylum Vertebrata. Vertebrata also known as Craniata. Another name of Vertebrata, Craniata. And superclass Gnathostomata. Correct. Class Amphibia. Order Anura. So Anura not given. So second option. Chordata, Craniata, Amphibia. Gnathostomata, Chordata, Craniata. Amphibia, Gnathostomata, wrong. First Gnathostomata, later Amphibia. That's why wrong. Chordata, Amphibia, Gnathostomata. Sequence wrong. Here also sequence wrong. So phylum Chordata, subphylum Craniata, superclass Gnathostomata, class Amphibia, genus Rana. So second option. Next one, match the column 1 with column 2. Organ level of organization. Organ level of organization, fasciola, IQ. Next one, cellular aggregate cells. So cells are loosely arranged. So that is in spongilla. Next one, tissue level of organization, obelia. Organ system level, peritima. In porifera, cellular level, numerous cells are present. Cells are loosely arranged. That's why tissues are not formed. Cellular level in porifera. Spongilla is common name of freshwater sponge. So next one, tissue level, obelia, nidaria. Tissue level of organization seen in nidaria and ctenophora. So according to our textbook, organ level of organization, fasciola, platyhelminthes. At the end given, in one page given organ, another page organ system level. So controversy, truly organ system, but in NCERT textbook given organ level, organ system both. So they know in final exam they never frame the question. So here also no controversy, organ level given, fasciola. Organ system level, so from platyhelminthes to chordata, all exhibit organ system level of organization. So fourth option. True segmentation or metamerism means, you all know in earthworm, body is in the form of segments. Every two segments externally separated by groove, internally separated by septa. Means externally, every two segments, externally and internally as a segment. Externally, so one segment separated from adjacent segment externally as well as internally. That is also true metamerism. Another point, every body part contain, every part of the body contain same type of organs repeated. For example, in case of earthworm, body is in the form of segment. How many pairs of spermatheca are present? 4 pairs. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. If the same body part repeat, each segment of body has serial repetition, at least some organ. They are repeated. For example, spermatheca, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Testes, one pair in 10th, another pair in 11th segment. So in the same manner in arthropoda also, body parts are repeated. In chordata also, body parts are repeated. Trunk muscle, 6-pack, they are repeated. In our body, vertebrae, 26 vertebrae, repeated. Spinal nerves, repeated. So that is known as metamerism. So answer is both A and B. But in case of chordates, external and internal, our body is not in the form of segments. Only second point applicable to chordata. Both first and second points applicable to Annelida. So both A and B. Next question. If A represents the extracellular digestion means outside the cell, and B represents the intracellular within the cell, and C represents both type, then what could be for coelenterata, ctenophora and porifera? Coelenterata, extracellular. A represents extracellular digestion So extracellular digestion, actually in Coelenterata and Ctenophora, extracellular and intracellular both, and in Porifera only B represents intracellular digestion, B represents B in the given options. Truly in Coelenterata and Ctenophora, extracellular as well as intracellular, you already know in Lobelia, in nutritive muscular cells digestion take place, that is intracellular digestion. The digestion take place in the gastrovascular cavity, extracellular digestion. So both extracellular, intracellular digestion in Ctenophora and Coelenterata, in Porifera only intracellular digestion. Okay, here point is A represents only extracellular digestion, B represents intracellular, and C represents both. So that's why in Coelenterata, Ctenophora, Coelenterata both extracellular, intracellular. Ctenophora also both extracellular, intracellular. But in Porifera only intracellular digestion. So option is 2. Read the following statements carefully. We are talking about, okay, hooks and suckers are present in parasitic forms, correct, in Platyhelminthes. Some of them absorb nutrient from the host directly through their body surface, tegment. Body is covered by tegment, they absorb the food. It is known as parasitic mode of nutrition. Fertilization is internal, development is through many larval stages. For example, fasciola, so Miracidium, Sporocyst, Radia, Cercaria, Metacercaria, these are the different larval forms. So we are talking about Platyhelminthes. So next question is, read the statement carefully. Notochord is mesodermally derived, correct only. So derived from the mesoderm. Rod-like structure formed on the ventral side during, so wrong. It is not present on the ventral side, present on the dorsal side. Embryonic development in some animals, point if any misprinting observed in this statement. Origin is not mesodermal, mesodermal only. Structure is not rod-like, rod only. Dorsal side, answer is dorsal side. So dorsal side instead ventral side. So here mistake. Next question. In metagenesis of Cnidaria, what is metagenesis? Another name of metagenesis, alternation of generation. In the life history, if asexual reproduction alternate with sexual reproduction, it is known as metagenesis or alternation of generation. So you already know polyp undergo asexual reproduction. So that's why polyp is diploid, 2n number. Medusa undergo sexual reproduction, haploid. So they produce haploid spore. Due to union of haploid male and female, diploid polyp. That's why polyp is diploid and Medusa is haploid. Match the column 1 and column 2. Incomplete digestive system in Platyhelminthes. Why Platyhelminthes have incomplete digestive system? Due to absence of anus, two-way gut, food enter into the alimentary canal and undigested food goes out. So that's why it is known as a two-way gut. Sac-like, no anus, no anus. Sac-like gut, so means incomplete. Complete gut means it contains both mouth and anus. So one is D, I is D. So first one is D. Second, cellular level of organization. Cellular level of organization in sponges. So sponges, cellular level A. So third option. Third, radial symmetry, Coelenterata. Fourth, pseudocoelomate, Aschelminthes. Metamerism, Annelida. So option is 3. Next one, which of the following statement regarding Coelenterata is or wrong? Nidocytes are present on the tentacles and on the body surface, correct. Diploblastic with the cellular level of organization, wrong. Polyforms are free living, polyforms are sedentary, fixed to the substratum, wrong. Exhibit metagenesis, exhibit metagenesis regarding coelentrates. So some exhibit metagenesis, okay. Polyproduce medusa sexually, asexually. Medusa from polyproduce medusa sexually and medusa form from polyp asexually. So wrong. So here wrong regarding coelenterata, wrong statements are. So second wrong. Polyforms are free living. Third wrong. Exhibit metagenesis, correct. So fourth option. Second, third and fifth statements are wrong. Next one. Metagenesis refer to alternation of generation between asexual and sexual phases of an organism. Metagenesis. In the life history of Lobelia, polyp and medusa, polyp undergo asexual reproduction, produce medusa. Medusa undergo sexual reproduction, produce polyp. So, party 4. Next one. Which of the following endoparasite of human does show viviparity? Viviparity means give birth to young ones. Viviparity. Trichinella spiralis, Ascaris lumbricoides, Ankylostoma duodenale, Enterobius vermicularis. Viviparous, give birth to young ones. So Trichinella, Ascaris you already know lay eggs. Ankylo, Enterobius, so Trichinella spiralis, exhibit viviparity.